Moving on. Speaking of other things, Starrcade, I don't know if you heard about this, is coming back.
I'm booked for that, right?
You are booked for WrestleCade, which is
Oh,
happening
yes.
the same day in the same area. And there's been so much talk about that. First and foremost, obviously, WWE bringing back what was a WC. It's not a pay-per-view, apparently. It's just an event. I don't even know if it'll be on. It should be on the network, but there's a lot of mystery surrounding it.
I love that they're following me to my indie bookings.
Well, that's the thing, and this is the reason. And I'm not like people are like, oh, that's a fucking thing. They have booked this to interfere with WrestleCade's one of the biggest promotions, like once a year, a big convention with a nice show from AML. That's the one of, if not the biggest drawing event in the South, and WWE just goes, we're going to do this. Like that. That is a planned, preconceived notion that people
That's
go,
okay.
it's okay to what?
They can. I mean, it sucks that they're doing that, obviously for WrestleCade, but the main event, I believe, is the big guy Ryback versus Double J Jeff Jarrett. So how the fuck are they going to compete with that? That's my question.
I
If
don't
you've
know
seen
if that's
my
been
AR
fully
Fox match,
I don't know if that's fully been announced yet, but
well, I think we need to announce that on this because we need people to know the main event. You need to know. And I'm going to fully bust out the old Skippy strut if you come on out to WrestleCade. Fuck Starrcade, guys. Come on out to WrestleCade. That's where the action is.
there's been a lot of just so much surrounding this. A guy wrote an article I'd like to read here because I thought it was very well written and informative. It's from the GorillaPosition.com. WWE Starrcade is already out of control by Michael Melkor. Visceral reactions, fantasy booking, and competing promotions. Is this 1987 or 2017? The word came out from WWE on Monday, September 18th, that the company will be holding a house show in Greensboro, North Carolina on Saturday, November 25th, Thanksgiving weekend. All it took was one announcement to be made, and they had the WWE thing, Starrcade returns from WWE. For those that have been living under a rock since 1983, Thomas Hall explained the wrestling on his WWE News Instagram page. Starrcade is an old WCW event which was classified as their version of WrestleMania, or rather, WrestleMania is WWE's version of Starrcade, since Starrcade debuted 2 years before WrestleMania. And based on that, you can see it's a big deal. Reports are saying that Starrcade will return to Greensboro, North Carolina, where the first two Starrcades were held on Saturday, November 25th, as a SmackDown exclusive live event. The show will feature 2 cage matches and appearances from Ricky Steamboat and the Rock and Roll Express. There's currently no word on if it will air on the WWE Network. And that's that part. And I still got to follow up because we have the people tweeting about it. Rumors are... no, there's nothing there. Starrcade, I read that. Sorry, guys. Along with the announcement came that card for the show. So they already announced the card already, which is Nakamura versus Jinder. It says... they
Seen
really,
it. Seen that already. Keep going.
They're really putting like a southern feel to this. This is why stands out. It says North Carolina's own Charlotte Flair versus SmackDown's champion Natalya.
That's happened already.
AJ versus Corbin versus Rusev.
Jeez, have we not seen that a million times?
New Day versus the Usos.
Oh, my God.
Zayn versus Owens.
Oh, of course.
Bobby Roode versus Ziggler.
Oh, I like it. That'd be a good one.
Hardy Boys. Then it just says plus the Hardy Boys, Rock and Roll Express, Ricky Steamboat, many, many more. And then...
You don't get more Southern than Double J, Jeff Jarrett. That's all I'm going to say, guys. Taking on the big guy Ryback. My favorite growing up was Razor Ramon. This is dating back all the way when Double J screwed him out of the Intercontinental Championship. Double J, Jeff Jarrett, the big guy's fucking coming for you. Just know that.
So they had a lot of people were upset about that. Fans, of course. You know, people tweeting things like Starrcade died with WCW. Leave it alone. This Starrcade announcement. A lot of Southern folk are not happy. Then there came the reaction.
Are they ever?
I feel like they're a little bit better than us Northerners.
I love Southern. Yeah, I mean, everyone, I feel like. The best thing to do is just not have social media, but keep going.
So, also, these tweets didn't help the situation. Actually, Cody put out a thing because his dad created the events, and there's been no acknowledgement of anything, you know, hey, this was Dusty's baby. So he put out a tweet to Michael Hayes.
They bought everything though from WCW though, WWE. I mean,
they own all the IPs, yeah.
Yeah.
But I guess like there could be. So here's what he put. He put, "Dear Michael Hayes, if you're afraid an event won't sell because of the holiday and want one of my dad's events," which is part of the reason why people think that they're bringing this back, because ticket sales are very low during Thanksgiving. But I found that hard to believe.
They always are. Hayes booked us last year, and I'm sorry to cut you off on Thanksgiving, and we had to cut our holidays short to go to two shitty towns in Kansas City and somewhere else because people don't come out during the Thanksgiving portion. It's really tough.
Okay. And it said, if you're afraid an event won't sell because of the holiday and want my dad's events, at least book Goldie. And that was from Cody. What was that?
Oh, I'm just writing with a pen. I mean, it's WWE's event, though. In all fairness, they own it now. It's not. It's just a name. That's all that from a business standpoint, they are looking at this as strictly a name to boost live attendance. I'm not saying I agree or disagree with, because WrestleCade, they're just looking at it from a business standpoint, and you got to understand, when you have that much money and power, we will crush them. We will crush them. They're not going to crush them. WrestleCade will go on every year. We'll draw really well because me and Double J will be there and kill it. It's going to be fine, along with a lot of other talented people. But it's what big businesses do.
There were so many mixed messages in that. My God.
I know. I go off on things.
Hayes wrote back, "Cody, you're right. We could have Goldust on the show. What are you doing that night? Do you want to tag with your brother?" So, and then this led to...
Oh, they do that?
What's that?
Mark Carano, if you guys want to book me for a double shot that weekend, book the big guy at yahoo.com. I'll do the opening match.
This guy wrote more stuff. Yep. And he goes, from there, things got out of control, where then it turned into Hardy trying to get... he was putting out things to try to get him versus the Rhodes brothers, and then get the Young Bucks involved, and it just turned into a whole bunch of social media things.
I'm so glad I don't witness any of this shit. Jesus Christ!
Even Cabana tweeted, "Can we all be on Starrcade?"
I mean, cool. I don't really know what to make of all that. It's what big businesses do. I'm not even upset. It's competition. Cool. We will make sure I put a little extra money on the Facebook ads.
It's a bit of a monopoly more than competition. I mean, they've done this shit to me too. It just hurts for...
No, they did it at Starrcade, or not Starrcade, Starland Ballroom. You fucking had that place sold out the night they ran the same when I was booked there with you, and Cody was booked there also.
It was an NXT event, and it was, definitely worked out in my favor, but they've, they do this stuff, and I get it, but it sucks, man. Crush. Here's the thing. If you're going to do that, why is there this mixed message, though, with, you see things like this, but you see Hunter out there going, I'm going to embrace independent people and promoters, too. They're welcomed at the PC Center. We want to bloom and grow. It's like, well, is that completely not true? Because this is going on. So
yeah. All I'm going to say is everybody who's booked on WrestleCade, all the performers on WrestleCade, put $25 to $50 on a Facebook ad, and we will fucking draw very well. That's all I'm going to say.
And that's that for as far as... It's funny because I was actually talking to the promoter there's two promoters, Tracy Myers and Brian Hawks, and literally we were talking about some things involving you, involving Stu, involving some other things, and then he goes, we're about to seal the deal. And he goes, hold on a second. And it was right when I was talking to him is when he just found out about when WWE announced the whole thing. And I could just see it. He's like, this is not good. He was very worrisome.
Really? I think it's going to be more than all right. And I think, again, if the individual performers put some money on some Facebook ads, social media is very powerful, and tweet and put it on Instagram. And there will put the card out, put the people on it. It will be fine.